it's not that I don't conclude I do that, but it's like that I know that it's not true when I do it. And I got that from the Bowman's Tele class. It was like, I remember, so it was so funny when we had the third call, I think. I had all figured out how I wanted my business to be and what kind of business it should be. And then I looked at it, and Bowman's asked some questions, and I looked at it, and it was like, oh, my God, I've gone into so many conclusions now. I've closed down for all the other possibilities that might be out there. And also I had locked myself into now from having fun and playing with ideas. I had now turned everything into, oh, now I have to work. Now I am coming to the doing part. And when I found out that there's even the doing part is guided by the energy of what I want to create. When I remember that, when I do that, then it gets fun, and it gets to create a business becomes possible, not only a possible, but it's not. I cannot not do it. Yeah. As long as I would just remember and be the energy that I want to create in this world, I cannot not create a business.
That's awesome.
It's quite.
I just want to mention one. Okay, this is a bit noisy. If you are listening to this, we might be recording this. We're just jumping in a conversation because we just got so much energy of change in the last weeks that we thought, like, some people just, if they hear this, we might be contributing to something they are aware of. So that's why we're just recording this, to create something and contribute what has changed for us lately. And sometimes it's just fun to do this, so we're doing that because technology rocks. And we're all over the world to connect with and talking. Yes. So I was like, hey, let's press a button and record. And it was beautiful Eva talking. Because I know we have talked together a couple of times about this energy of scarcity versus prosperity consciousness. I mean, a word that I really, when I started Access 5 years ago, was like prosperity consciousness. What does that really mean? And I remember reading the book, and I was like, wow. And I really got like where I was like emphasizing so much more the scarcity, where it was working and where I'm like, where it was absolutely not working. And I just looked at the book a couple of days ago again, and I'm like, wow, there have been major changes in this area. And I finally am really getting what it means to be in an energy of prosperity consciousness and creating from that. Doesn't mean I'm there always, and I'm like going for full on with that, but having that space where everything is possible and there's no lack. And I don't go into, oh, I don't have money, I don't have time, I don't have is not so often in my universe anymore as before. I was like, wonder I can do that. I mean, I just started my jewelry business, I was going to say a couple of weeks ago. It was somewhere at the beginning of August when we had the telecall series with them. And since then, it's just in my awareness, and it's questioning and looking at things, going to auction houses, talking to people, and it's just a total creation 24/7, and this is just an add-on to what I'm doing 100% already. So, and then I'm like, what else can I add? I'm like, and it's really interesting because I don't have more hours per day, although I sleep almost less at the moment. But it's really fun to see how much of this creation is fun, and just contribute all the time. You can do whatever you like.
Okay. Well, one of the things that comes up for me is that really I still study their book, actually, and I remind myself to really constantly be aware of when scarcity comes up and totally demand for that to leave my universe. And I look at all the tools that they are so that I can remind myself. And truly those are the things that have even though I'm not really, really wealthy yet, notice, they have really started me on the journey. But one of the things that I picked up from Stephen Chutis' the teleclass that I am constantly using now all the time is to destroy and uncreate my relationship with people all the time. And also using that access tool of all the projections, expectations, and doing that a lot, just so much more. So what I am noticing is that relationships are getting easier. My relationships with people and classes are starting to create a lot more easier than they have been before. So, yeah. And what else is possible?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Cool.
But for me it's like with the Bowmans, they are so light and they see a lot of possibilities. When I was listening again to the recording of the Taylor class series, and I remember that Tisha was just saying something to someone like, well, whatever, just bake a cupcake, something like that. And then Stephen comes up and said to all of us like, oh, what about designer cupcake? Something like that. Like everything is possible, and they can see that.
Oh yes.
So yeah.
And I loved the bit where he said, when Chichester said, what would happen if we had no computers? And Steve said, oh no, not my computer.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
Do you guys remember when I talked about what is it, obscenely wealthy? Was it that?
Wealthy, of course.
What's
obscenely wealthy. When she brought up the obscenely wealthy, if we were willing to be, I know she mentioned one other word that I can't remember. Wealthy and then obscenely wealthy. Like when you go to, like some of the things that she said, it triggers me to so much fun because I know I haven't been willing to be that weird wacko going for it. I can do good and great, and let's go beyond that.
She talks about multi-million-dollar so easily.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, she doesn't talk about creating a multi-million-dollar, but a multi-billion-million-dollar company.
Yes.
And in a way that it's not just for her or just for few people. It's for everybody. It's possible for everybody if you choose it. And that is mind-blowing. I mean, it's really like, whoa,